Pythagoras. Numbers and the secrets of the cosmos. What if numbers hold the key to the universe's deepest mysteries? In the next 15 minutes, we'll uncover how Pythagoras, the ancient Greek sage, saw mathematics as the language of reality. Welcome to episode 13 of our 100-part series on ancient Greek philosophy, where we dive into Pythagoras and his revolutionary idea that numbers govern everything, from music to the stars. If you joined us for episode 12, you met Thales and the Milesians, who sought the cosmos substance. Now we explore Pythagoras, whose mathematical vision blended science and mysticism, shaping philosophy and science for centuries. Get ready to see the world through numbers. Let's dive in. Why focus on Pythagoras? Around 570 to 490 BCE, Pythagoras founded a school in southern Italy that saw numbers as the foundation of reality. Best known for the Pythagorean theorem, he was more than a mathematician. He was a philosopher, mystic, and teacher who believed the universe operates on mathematical harmony. His ideas, blending rational inquiry with spiritual insight, influenced Plato, modern science, and even music theory. Unlike the Milesians' focus on material substances like water or air, Pythagoras offered a numerical lens, making him a bridge between pre-Socratic cosmology and later metaphysical thought. His legacy still echoes in our quest to decode the cosmos. Let's set the scene. It's the 6th century BCE, and Greece is a patchwork of city-states buzzing with ideas. While Miletus thrives on trade and debate, Pythagoras leaves his home on the island of Samos for Croton, a Greek colony in southern Italy. There, he founds a secretive community, a school almost a cult, dedicated to mathematics, philosophy, and spiritual purity. His followers, the Pythagoreans, live by strict rules, from vegetarianism to communal living, believing numbers reveal divine truths. In this vibrant, competitive Greek world, Pythagoras' blend of reason and mysticism stands out, offering a new way to understand existence. Who was Pythagoras? Born around 570 BCE, he was a polymath, mathematician, philosopher, and spiritual leader. Legends swirl around him. He traveled to Egypt and Babylon, learning sacred geometry. He could recall past lives. He even tamed animals with his voice. While some tales are exaggerated, his influence is undeniable. Pythagoras didn't write books, but his teachings, preserved by followers like Philolaus, centered on numbers as the universe's essence. He saw reality as a cosmic order, or cosmos, governed by mathematical ratios, a radical departure from mythological explanations like those of Zeus or Poseidon. What was Pythagoras' big idea? He believed numbers are not just tools for counting, but the fundamental principles of reality. Everything, music, planets, even human souls, follows numerical patterns. His most famous discovery was in music. He found that musical notes depend on string lengths in simple ratios, like 2:1 for an octave or 3:2 for a fifth. This led him to propose the music of the spheres, the idea that planets move in harmonious ratios, producing an inaudible cosmic symphony. This blend of math and mysticism, rooted in episode 5's logic, made Pythagoras a pioneer in seeing order behind chaos. Let's dive into the Pythagorean theorem, his most famous contribution. You probably know it. In a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides, or a superscript 2 plus b superscript 2 equals c superscript 2. This wasn't just a math trick, it was philosophical. To Pythagoras, it showed that geometry, a realm of perfect shapes, underlies the physical world. His theorem, likely developed with his school, revealed universal truths through numbers, influencing architecture, astronomy, and later thinkers like Euclid. It's a testament to how Pythagorean ideas, even practical ones, carried cosmic significance. Why was this revolutionary? In a world where myths explained reality, think Homer's gods in episode 11, Pythagoras offered a rational, mathematical framework. Unlike Thales' water or Anaximander's boundless from episode 12, numbers were abstract yet precise, offering a universal language. His school didn't just study math, they lived it, seeing numbers as divine. This fusion of reason and spirituality set Pythagoras apart from other pre-Socratics, making him a precursor to Plato's forms and modern physics' quest for mathematical laws, like Einstein's equations. Let's explore the Pythagorean community. In Croton, Pythagoras created a tight-knit group with two tiers: the mathematikoi, or inner learners who studied math and philosophy, and the akasmatikoi, or listeners who followed moral teachings. They shared property, avoided meat, and believed in reincarnation, thinking souls migrate between lives. This wasn't just a school but a way of life, blending science with ethics. Their secrecy, swearing oaths not to reveal teachings, added mystique, but their ideas spread, influencing Greek thought and beyond. What about the music of the spheres? Pythagoras' discovery of musical ratios led to a cosmic vision. He imagined planets orbiting in ratios that produce harmony, like a celestial orchestra. Though we can't hear it, this idea suggested the universe is orderly, not random. It inspired astronomers like Kepler, who used mathematical harmonies to describe planetary motion, and philosophers like Plato, who saw the cosmos as a perfect system. This concept, tying math to beauty, shows how Pythagoras blended episode 1's philosophical wonder with rigorous inquiry. Let's look at Pythagoras' metaphysics. He believed numbers have spiritual qualities. Odd numbers were male, even numbers female. The number 10, the tetractes, was sacred, symbolizing perfection. His school swore oaths by the tetractes, a triangular arrangement of 10 points, seeing it as the universe's blueprint. This wasn't just math worship. It was a way to connect human life to cosmic order. Pythagoras' view of the soul as immortal, reincarnating until purified, linked ethics to cosmology, influencing later ideas of salvation in Plato and Christianity. How did Pythagoras approach knowledge? Unlike the Milesians' focus on observation, he emphasized deduction, reasoning from principles. His theorem wasn't found by measuring triangles, but by logical proof, a method that shaped Euclid and modern math. Yet his mysticism added a layer. Numbers weren't just tools but divine truths, revealed through contemplation. This dual approach, rational yet spiritual, made Pythagoreanism unique, bridging episode 3's critical thinking with a sense of cosmic awe, setting the stage for later philosophical schools. Let's try a practical example to bring this alive. Imagine you're a Pythagorean in Croton, debating numbers' power. You say, the universe is random. A Pythagorean asks, but why do musical notes follow ratios? Why does A superscript 2 plus B superscript 2 equals C superscript 2 hold? You reply, that's just math. They counter, what if math is the universe's language? This pushes you to rethink chaos versus order. Try it. Pick a belief, like life has no pattern, and ask, could numbers reveal order? What's the evidence? Write your answers and share in the comments. This builds Pythagoras' habit of seeking harmony. As in episode 9's questioning, let's address a common question. Was Pythagoras just a mathematician? No, he was a philosopher whose math served bigger questions. His theorem solved practical problems, but his real goal was understanding reality's structure. He asked, what makes the cosmos orderly? Like the Milesians, but answered with numbers, not substances. His school's ethical rules, vegetarianism, honesty, tied math to morality, showing philosophy's practical side. As episode 1 defined philosophy as tackling big questions, Pythagoras fits perfectly, blending science, ethics, and spirituality. Another question. Did Pythagoras invent all this? Likely not. He learned from Egyptian and Babylonian mathematicians, and his school's collective work shaped the theorem and other discoveries. Ancient sources like Aristotle credit the Pythagoreans more than Pythagoras alone, suggesting a collaborative effort. But his charisma and vision unified these ideas, making him the figurehead. His travels, possibly to Egypt, enriched his thought, showing philosophy's global roots, as we saw in episode 11's non-Greek influences. Let's tackle an objection. Pythagoras' mysticism sounds like pseudoscience. Why care? His ideas, like reincarnation or cosmic music, may seem odd, but they inspired real science. His mathematical focus led to astronomy and geometry, while his harmony concept influenced Kepler and Newton. Even his wrong ideas, like the Milesians' errors in episode 12, drove progress by sparking debate. In episode 5's logic, we saw how reasoning refines ideas, Pythagoras' blend of math and mysticism pushed thinkers to test and refine, shaping modern thought. Here's a historical example. Picture Croton in 530 BCE. Pythagoras stands before his school, holding a lyre. He plucks strings, showing how a halved string doubles the pitch. Numbers govern sound, he says. And the cosmos too. A student asks, how? Pythagoras points to the tetractys, saying, this is the universe's pattern. The group chants, awed. This scene, drawn from later accounts, captures Pythagoras' impact, turning math into a cosmic vision. It's like a modern scientist explaining the universe's equations, echoing Pythagoras' awe. Let's apply this to a modern issue: artificial intelligence. Today we ask, can machines mimic human thought? A Pythagorean might say, thought follows patterns like numbers. If we map those ratios, machines could think. Their question, what's the underlying order? Mirrors AI's search for algorithms. Try it, ask, what is intelligence? And list two numerical patterns, e.g. neural network weights, that might define it, plus a counterargument, Pythagorean style. Share in the comments. Pythagoras faced challenges. His school's secrecy and strict rules sparked tension in Croton, leading to attacks by locals who feared their influence. Some Pythagoreans fled, spreading their ideas. His mysticism, like reincarnation, puzzled rationalists, yet it enriched philosophy by linking ethics to the cosmos. He wasn't perfect. His secrecy and dogmatism had flaws, but, like Thales' water theory, his errors fueled debate, refining ideas for Plato and beyond. Let's explore his legacy. Pythagoras influenced Plato, whose forms in episode 14 echo the idea of perfect numerical truths. Aristotle criticized but built on Pythagorean logic. Their math shaped Euclid's geometry and Ptolemy's astronomy, while their harmony inspired Renaissance music and Kepler's laws. Today, when we use GPS relying on geometry, or study string theory's mathematical universe, we're living Pythagoras' legacy. His ethical focus, living harmoniously, resonates in modern mindfulness. Here's a practical challenge. For 1 week, be a Pythagorean. Pick a daily question like, what is harmony? Or what orders my life? And spend 10 minutes writing. Ask, can I find a numerical pattern? Is there a ratio? Like Pythagoras. For example, analyze your day's rhythm. Hours of work versus rest. Share your insights in the comments. I'm excited to see your discoveries. This builds the Pythagorean habit of seeking order, tying to episode 1's philosophy as a way of life. Let's connect to our series. Episode 1 defined philosophy as exploring big questions, Pythagoras' core mission. Episode 3's critical thinking mirrors his deductive proofs. Episode 5's logic underpins his math. Episode 12's Milesians set the stage, showing how Pythagoras built on their reason with a numerical twist. As we move to Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, we'll see how his ideas shaped their systems. Why does this matter today? Pythagoras teaches us to seek patterns, blend reason with wonder, and live ethically. In a chaotic world, his vision of harmony is a guide. Whether you're coding software, composing music, or seeking balance, his love of numbers and order inspires clarity. Philosophy isn't just history, it's a path to understanding our place in the cosmos. As we close, think about this. Pythagoras saw numbers where others saw chaos, lighting a fire that still burns. He showed that math can unlock the universe's secrets, from a lyre's strings to the stars. In episode 14, we'll meet Socrates, whose questions took philosophy to new depths. If you're inspired, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Drop a comment. What Pythagorean idea resonates with you and why? Thanks for joining me in Croton. Keep seeking harmony, and see you next time.